obviously, Kate, we're here today at BioCats program that you have a good knowledge of. Can you tell us a bit about why today's a special day?
Yeah, so it's Maths and Science Week, and BioCats is a program that's delivered at the Geelong Cats, and it's all about maths and science and its involvement within football. I know growing up I would have loved to learn maths and science like this, and I previously worked for BioLab, which is the organisation that delivers the program, and I think it's a fantastic program. The kids have lots of fun. I think they've had about 15,000 kids through the program now, which is unbelievable, and to have kids come in and have fun at the footy club and while learning maths and science at the same time, it's pretty awesome.
Back at it on the weekend, how was it going up against Collingwood, even if it was just a kind of match sim and sort of testing out other areas of the game?
Yeah, even though it's a match sim, I mean, we've been playing match sim against ourselves, so it was really good to come up against an opposition. In trying conditions, it was pretty wet and slippery, but I think we were really pleased with what we got out of the game. We played pretty much everyone on our list, which is really good for everyone to get a few minutes into their legs and just get a bit of an opportunity to try what we've been working on. And I think everyone was pretty pleased with what we saw. So it's really good to then take some good learnings from that and then head into an important game next week as well.
Has it been nice to have a longer break, given there was such a short turnaround between seasons last year?
Yeah, I think there's mixed feelings about it. I think, personally, last year I loved the short break because I felt like we were finding some good footy, so it was good to jump in straight into a season. But maybe after that, it was probably good for people to be able to step back. And I had some good family time, I know, with my little one, and I think it's just given everyone that, not that we really needed it, but the extra hunger to get back out there again this season, which is exciting.
How are you going juggling it all with the little one?
Well, I was actually just talking to someone before. I love it. I think it just gives me a different perspective when I get to come to the footy club and just get to be me as a footballer. And some of the girls call me mum sometimes, but I'm not usually feeling like a mum when I'm here. But then the opportunity to then go home and I can sort of step myself away from that physically and mentally. And no matter how good or bad I've done when I'm here, I get home and I still get the same 2-year-old running around and making me play doctors or nurses or with her toys or anything like that. So it's really good.
Does she get it yet? Does she? I mean, she's still 2. It's probably a little bit young, but does she understand what you do, and is she?
She has an idea. Anytime we're reading books and there's a mum and a dad in the book, she'll say that, oh, the mum's about to go. She goes and plays football, and the dad goes to work. And whenever the footy's on TV, like if the boys are playing, we'll have it on the TV, and she'll be like, oh, where's mum? Where's mum? And so she doesn't completely get it, but she has a good idea, and I'm really excited. She's just that little bit older for this season, and she came and watched most of our home games last year, so for her to come and watch this year and have that little bit more knowledge, I'm super excited to have her in the stands there. It'll be good.
Is it nice to have a second mum at the club now as well?
Yeah, well, there's a few of us now. It's getting quite common now. Nanny service is getting really busy, which is great. Which we do actually have a nanny service for our Monday and Thursday sessions, which is unbelievable. But yeah, it is special. And I know there was a brief moment in the match simulation on the weekend that Renee Gehring and myself went over and had a bit of a chat with Erin Hoare. It was her first game back after 4 years and 2 kids, and we had a little bit of an emotional moment, just recognising how special that was and how the 3 of us have sort of come through this journey together, which would be nice.
How did Erin go in her comeback?
Yeah, she did great. I mean, she's really starting to hit her straps at the right time of year. Her plan all along was to be ready for round 1, and I think she's doing everything she needs to do. She's putting some really good steps forward, and I mean, her ability as a tap ruck is so impressive. So to have her around the ground and providing that contest, I mean, she's doing really well for herself. It's good.
And how are the preparations going for that round 1 match? I'm sure it's circled in the calendar. Excited.
Yeah. Look, countdown's definitely on. We've been having the days every time we go into the gym. Secco, our gym instructors, got the days of how many days left until round 1. So everyone's really getting excited, but also we just know that the process, we're just been ticking off weeks as we go to make sure we're ready when that does come around, and we're super excited. Obviously for this weekend, a really good opportunity against a strong team in Adelaide, but then as soon as that's done and dusted, I mean, we're super focused on coming up against the Bulldogs here in round 1.
Meg McDonald, your captain again for another season. I think she's the longest serving captain in the league now. So what is it like running out alongside her? Was it a unanimous vote to have her in?
Yeah, well, we don't get to count them ourselves, but I can I can believe that it would be. I mean, Meg's such a great leader on and off the field. She does whatever she can on the field. She's, you know, a bit of a brick wall. Well, we know we've been talking a lot about Mackenzie Arnold at the moment, but no, Maggie does everything she can on the field to try and set up from the back, from the defence, and then start our attack from there as well. But then off the field, she's someone that's she gets around her teammates, she sets the standards, and she is the real professional leader that we need at the club to make sure that we can keep moving forward and get to where we want to get. So no, I'm super stoked for Meg, and I think she's the best one to lead this club at the moment, which is really good.
How would you describe the health and the standard of the competition more generally? Because as the years go on, we sort of tend to talk to the clubs leading up, and a lot of them say, you know, we're fitter than better than we were in the previous pre-season, and I suppose that only means good things for the competition generally.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I've been lucky enough to be involved in the competition from the first season with Carlton. And even though I haven't played each of the years, being able to see the growth and development of as you say, the health, the fitness and the strength of the players, but just the natural football ability that's starting to come through, and then you're getting people who at the start may have been athletes learning football, they may now have 5-6 pre-seasons under their belt. So the football in general is just getting better, cleaner, faster, more exciting, hopefully more scoring now, especially now that the quarters look like they're going to be longer as well. So all of that is just making it more of a better spectacle as well, but also just more of an exciting game to play. It's not just constantly on the ground surrounded by players. There's a lot of really fast movement, and as a forward we like that as well. We like it coming in nice and quick.
I've seen the Matildas breaking records for viewerships, of course, really just inspiring the nation at the moment. Just how exciting is that as a female athlete to see the interest in women's sport? Oh,
it's so incredible. Like, I was just speaking to someone before, the way that the girls are, the way that the world is getting around at the moment, obviously especially Australia with the Matildas. We had our game, unfortunately the match sim finished just as the soccer was starting, so I was the driver, so I got to hear the game, but all my car had it all on their phones watching it, and we arrived back here to do our ice bars just as the extra time started, so we got to watch all the extra time. And I tell you what, the ice bars have never been louder when we were in there watching the penalties. That was heart, that was insane. Our heart through the roof, just like the rest of the country. But it's so incredible to see these numbers coming through, to see the excitement around the country, and to see all juniors, whether it's boys, girls, or whatever, looking up to these superstars. So I think it's just a positive all round. It's really exciting, and we're lucky. We've got our night off of training on Wednesday, so we get to be at home watching that, and I'll get to watch every second of it, which is really good.